Thank you guys for coming back to Cobra TV. We have tons of new info. It's like Christmas, so stay tuned. All right, so here we have it's a picture, and I was thinking about when you showed this to me, is it could be in dev mode. You know,
definitely.
That they're just taking this picture in dev mode.
Yeah, like free cam flying.
Yeah, like free cam.
Yeah.
And if you look real close, vertical speed pointed out. Well, go ahead and talk about it.
Well, I was at work today and I was going over all the screenshots, kind of zooming around, and I zoomed up into this photo. And if you look in the doorway of this little station, there's some sort of humanoid figure standing there.
Right. And he looks like he's wearing some kind of like spacesuit.
He's got a spacesuit on.
Right. So that could be one of two things, the Korax or NPC that they talk about, or it could be your character.
Could be us.
And I'll zoom in on the final video, but that is definitely a character in what looks like a spacesuit. Whether it's our character or not, it's cool to see either A, us, or B, what some of the NPC could look like.
Yeah. I think what might have happened is, they fly down, they land here, they got out of their ship, they went in, and then, like you said, fly cam, I think they might have went into fly cam and took a picture.
Possibly, yeah.
You think so? Yeah.
I'm leaning there, but, that's just speculation so far, but I guess we'll have to wait until two people meet each other or something.
Yeah, because that's what Sean said, is that's the only way you'll know what you look like, is if you meet another player, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and continue this video. It's going to be hard to see, especially since I'm sharing screen. But right here, this is an alien. And at first, I didn't pay too much attention to it. But this thing here on his back is a backpack with things sticking out of it. And if you look real close on the video, I'll blow it up. But
and what's that right
here? We'll do it.
Yeah, look at that.
We'll do it now. So it looks like a lot of the pop-in or fade-in has been decreased. It still exists to a point. But every single game that I play, even games that are like, like GTA.
It's always there. Yeah, that doesn't bother me even a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, no. And here we get to see another cockpit view. We all know that they're procedurally generated. And this one here is something that I would imagine seeing in the future or seeing in a spaceship. The cockpit display like curves around you, and that's just amazing to see. So we got a view of your ship right here, and it shows your shield, and then I guess it shows your location here and how fast you're going, and then of course your map here.
Yeah,
such a beautiful game.
Yeah, it looks like they've added some sort of it's not really atmospheric effects, but that flying, there's like clouds and stuff flying by.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
With all this information, we finally got something to tell some of the people who don't want to buy No Man's Sky because they said it's not a game. So you're actually going to be performing kind of missions for some of these Korvax, the NPCs. Look at this shot right here. So beautiful.
Yeah,
look at that space station.
I love that ship.
Look at the space station up there. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It's amazing. So this is a Korvax ship here. It says Korvax ship. And the Korvax are an alien species that live on some of the planets, and they want resources, and they want certain things, and you can help them get them as a sort of like a mission, so to speak. So there are very strong game elements that came out through these new details that make it an actual game for some of the people that are worried about that. But look at this guy. Look at that.
This looks a lot like that thing we saw at E3.
A little bit. It's got like a bird head. The other one had like a little bit of
like a bear or some sort of thing.
Right. Yeah. That looks like it would be CGI, but that's a game photo.
Yeah, it does.
There's writing on this tablet here, this big old monolith, yeah. And that the Korvax are actually religious, and they actually have a language that's in the game that you can learn, and they will talk to you, but you won't know what they're saying until you start to learn the language and start to pick up on some of the words that they're trying to say to you. And I
That
think
blows
that's
my
really
mind.
cool. Yeah, I know, right?
I was talking about this one article I was reading, and the guy was kind of explaining his experience when he was playing at the press event, and he said there was this one moment, and he was kind of talking about the language, this alien language that you learn in the game,
Right.
and he said that he went in to raid this alien base or station, to raid it of resources, to take all the resources from this base. He blew open the doors, the alarms went off. He had all the sentinels and everything were after him, and he went to this terminal to hack it. And because he didn't know the language, he wasn't able to hack the terminal properly. And he,
Really?
yeah, and he either, I can't remember if he set the alarm off or he locked it in the on position or something like that. But that's wild. Like, that's, I think, more information on gameplay in detail than we've ever had.
It
To be able to
is.
raid an alien base of its resources, and that's crazy.
And
I didn't know.
And you can hack things, but you can't be successful if you don't learn the language.
That's what this guy said in his article. Yeah,
that
he
is
said
amazing.
I'll find you the article, but he said if I knew the language, I would have had an easier time because he would have been able to turn the alarm off or something like that.
That is so unreal. That is amazing.
It's crazy. I read it 3 or 4 times. I even read it out loud to the guy I work with.
Right. So much for just walking around and flying around in the game, right? Okay. I was walking around work today, and a lot of people that I work with, they're not gamers. Well, some are, but the ones today weren't. And they know that I'm, heavily into a game called No Man's Sky. And they're like, what? And I'm like, I've been saying it for years. They're like, what? There's aliens, intelligent aliens in No Man's Sky. And this one guy came around a corner. He goes, you know what you sound like? You sound like that damn dude from Independence Day.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But gosh, I cannot believe NPCs are in the game. That is so amazing. You could trade with them. You could talk to them. You could learn the language, and they know what planet they're on, so they know what they want that's on that planet. They know what the planet's called, and they will even repeat what you named the planet.
Yeah, that's right, too. I read that. That's crazy.
It is. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, so interacting with these characters is pretty straightforward. You zoom in the camera, pop up a dialogue tree. They may want to trade with you, dispense some information, or just give you a shiny new weapon. The catch is you initially won't have any idea what that alien is trying to say to you. I only saw one obvious way to learn by approaching an inscribed stone monolith, which we saw. And it seems you'll generally only learn one word at a time from the monoliths.
So the monoliths kind of teach you then?
Yeah, the monoliths are going to teach us how to, like, the words, I guess.
Well, that's really cool, man. So I guess everybody better maybe get a pen and pad journal. I mean, I don't know if it's going to store it in the game that you've learned that word and it just transcribes it into English.
Yeah.
Or if you're just going to have to literally learn it and write down the alien word and what it means. I don't know.
Arshan said you will have one planet with life on it, and then
9 out of 10.
And then
planets.
9 barren ones.
Yeah. So like 9 out of 10, you'll come across 9 barren planets before you get to like a lush garden world.
Yeah.
But it's pretty much what it sounds like to me is like maybe one per solar system or one every other. And I think that's cool. And I think a lot of people are not prepared for that. They're not prepared to see these barren planets.
Yeah. I know we've said before, you and I, we're excited for the barren planets. I like how they've added the temperature readout in the bottom left.
So I wonder if they're, for people in America, if it's going to say Fahrenheit.
I was thinking that too, but I mean, here in Canada, we use Celsius, so that's no problem.
Do you really?
Yeah, that's a nice temperature right there, 20 degrees.
Huh. All right.
It's t-shirt
Take
weather.
your word for it.
That what we saw at the beginning, that minus 168 or something, I think you'd be dead by even this. Minus 163.
So you could even get the animals to help you, like as wingmen, kind of. Not a companion, but like I don't know.
I wonder to what capacity they're talking though. Like, Are you going to be able to like? Well, you said not as a companion, but you can't like tell them to attack or something like that.
No, I think you can.
Oh, you can really?
Yeah, I think they help and defend you or whatever. Like you can form alliances with some of the animal species.
Yeah.
So this is cool right here. You can actually collect some of the flora.
Yeah, these are cool looking berries.
There's another view of that space station and that planet. And look at this alien animal over here. Check that out. It just looks so good. The animation's so perfect.
Yeah. And did you catch that thermal protection offline on the suit?
Yeah, I've seen that.
And then you start taking damage, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's taking damage. There's another shot where he's on a cold planet. And he's look at the movement of this character.
Yeah, yeah.
It's almost like his bones are stiff or something. It's really eerie.
Well, it is 160 below. Your joints would be stiff too.
But you see, that's another thing. I wouldn't have expected an animal to jitter and jolt like that as it's walking. You know, it just sets in stone how many things that, you know, you're going to come across in No Man's Sky that you're just not going to expect. It's something as simple as an animal movement. Oh, here it is. See, he's got the frost around the screen, and he's taking damage right now. And I think it's due to the cold. If you look up the brand new health bar that we have, the shield.
Yeah. At the bottom, just above the temperature, I think that's the thermal protection is like drained or whatever, right?
Oh yeah, that looks yeah.
Because in another shot, that bottom bar is sort of filled up a bunch. I love this ship. I want this ship. I love this shot right here.
Oh
this is the money shot. Yeah.
Another thing that I wanted to mention is that, you know how the planets have been so close, and John Murray said that was a gameplay decision, and you know, but he's now come out and said that the planets now, the game now supports planets being further away. Some of them so far away within the solar system that you can't get to it until you upgrade your ship, and that some of these planets are literally like a 15-minute fly away. Within the same solar system. So that's really, really cool. I mean, I know that bothered a lot of people. You're still going to have them close, but now they're definitely going to be farther away. And he said that back in the past, that some, you know, you're going to have some instances that are going to be far away, but he was really adamant to point out in the new interview that they now sport planets that are further away. And here he talks about black holes. Now, that's not a picture of the game.
No.
But he said that there are black holes in the game, and they do have a specific gameplay element. And I am going to stick to my guns and say that they will transport you to other galaxies. Sorry.
Or other galaxies or other points in that galaxy.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Because that's, I think, what the theory of a black hole is that it transports you somewhere. Right. In real life, if you were to go into a black hole, that it's basically just a wormhole or something to another spot. Yeah. Where that is, who knows? So it's cool though. I'm glad that there's black holes.
Right. Yeah. Still no gas giants though. All right. So some of the very cool information that we talked about in this video is the NPCs, the fact that some of the planets are now going to be even further away on average than what was originally thought. 1 out of every 10 planets you visit are going to be life, lush garden worlds. Language in the game that you can learn, missions in the game that you can do. Man, it just seems like it goes against everything he was saying. It's weird saying it. It really is. It's weird.
It really is, yeah.
But, he did say he didn't want to lie. So if there wasn't, if it wasn't done, he just said no.
Yeah.
Which you can't blame the guy for. I mean, it's respectful.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him a little bit.
Very
Sean Murray, if you're listening, we don't blame you at all.
Not at all. It's very respectful, not to make false claims. We got enough developers out there doing that right now.
Yeah.